every reason not to play good today. And I think Saliba has that mentality. And I hope, you know, we can put a marker. He's arrived now. He went back to Saint Etienne. He went Nice. He went Marseille. Hopefully we're here now, innit? And to be honest, you know, it's like being a chef. If you're a chef, if you want to be a Michelin star chef and have a restaurant and them things, you're going to cut your hand a couple times. You know, you're going to cut your hand a couple of times. As a defender, anyone that you tell me is a quality defender and you can't tell me when they've had a bad game, they're not a good defender. They're not. The only place you can afford not to get something wrong while learning in theory is probably heart surgery, because obviously one slip of the hand and someone's dead in it, but it's all bracy. So, yeah, man, Saliba can be a serious player, but like, man, half of the squad, there's going to be months where a couple players defensively and offensively are playing better than others. You saw it last year. There was times Smith Rowe was the one, Odegaard was the one. They were shining together. Saka had his little thing. Martinelli came into the team. Towards the end of the season, Eddie Nketiah announced himself somewhat. You know, there was times Ben White was the guy. There was times Gabriel was the one. Tomiyasu was the one. There was better or worse moments from Aaron Ramsdale, you know, in the season. Tavares has been consistently booky, but there was better periods even for him. And even the more experienced players, there was times Partey was the name on everyone's lips. In midfield. Credit where due, you had to give Xhaka his flowers for a sec. And some of these players are not young, but it's a squad game. So we'll have to see what's going on, man. Nelson might go back to Holland. Every defender needs to always improve their reading of the game so you don't have to make last-ditch tackles. Come on, y'all, smash the like button. Balogun needs another loan to a lower Premier League team to get more experience. If you could do that or send him to a top 5 team, great. If not, I think you should send him back to Middlesbrough, provided I don't know if Chris Wilder's still there. He wanted him at Sheffield United. He knows him. I think he played significantly at Middlesbrough. Don't think he done anything. Obviously, you could look at on a lazy one and say, is there a record of goals? He scored a good finish against Birmingham, and there's definitely another one in there, but didn't pull up any trees. And it's harsh, obviously, to look at these games, Middlesbrough attacks and stuff, but these are the oppositions you're playing week in, week out. When he played Chelsea, when he played United, when he played Spurs, didn't do nothing. I'm sure against United, actually, when he came off, they looked a bit better, respectfully, to Balogun. It's not a disrespect. You know, for all the hype and all the goals you score in 23, this is a different ball game. You try and outpace someone, they're faster than you. You try to use your strength, they're stronger than you. You got to use this. A run that you might make to score goals in every day of the week works at under 23's level. It might not work when someone's experienced. You got to remember the levels, not just in the Prem, but just looking at the Championship. And you got to remember the mentality. Balogun's going into a realm now where if you lose at 23's level, it's all right. Yeah, there might be a London derby or a big game or the occasional cup and all them things there. The manager might be watching, but it's all right. There's tomorrow. Obviously, man are getting relegated in the Championship and lower you go, and that has a knock-on effect for the wages and everything. These are high-pressure environments. This is seeing what football's about, especially when you're not at Arsenal where it must be wavy, you know. Everything's provided. I'm not saying Middlesbrough don't, but you know when you're at the Arsenals, the Chelseas, the Uniteds, the Cities, the Spurs, everything is different. The drip is different. Everything is different. You see a bit of what harsh reality is like. And also, 23's football, you're not playing consistently. You bat it up on the Friday when you're next in action the next week. If you bat it up midweek in the Championship, that's cool, but you got to do it on the weekend. The fans don't care. And on top of that, the fans don't care that it's young Balogun can develop and hail, and they see, oh, what, you're Arsenal youngster, yeah? Come score goals. If you're not scoring goals, this is it. Just like with Lincoln, and the Lincoln fans are loving Brook Norton Coffee. Oh, you're a defender from Arsenal, yeah? Cool. Show some levels. People don't understand this football thing, man. Some footballers are going to be here and survive and be well. Some players are going to have to go elsewhere. Some players are going to develop at different rates. Just look at Saka, Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, and Eddie Nketiah. And go through the last few years. Apart from Saka, your thoughts have probably changed on all of them. You know, Smith Rowe, I remember he started away at Everton under Arteta. Well, technically when Arteta was appointed, I think Lundberg was there. Didn't do nothing. Went to Huddersfield for a second. Came back 30, you know. Eddie Nketiah did nothing at Leeds. I actually think he improved against Leeds, at Leeds, because he did come back stronger. And I remember there was a period under Arteta where I think Saka played very well against Newcastle and Everton at home. I think Nketiah started them games, but he didn't do much. You know, Smith Rowe took a while. Saka's them gems. He's just always going to be lit. You know, it is what it is. Some players stagnate, and that's where sometimes we have to know when to sell dons. Like, I'm not saying Joe Willock it isn't going to be a madness, but him selling him and Iwobi at the right time. You could have got some serious change for Ainsley Maitland-Niles once upon a time. Not now. Develop these talents. Reece Nelson, he still can have a career, but he's not pulled up any trees and things like that. maybe we should have been a scenario where you could get 15, 20 million for him and cut and keep it moving, even though I'd do everything for Reece to still have an opportunity at Arsenal. But you probably need to cut out now, if I'm completely honest. It's the thoughts. So yeah, man, it's what it is. A lot of spamming thing, my guy, man. You're moving mad. DG, think Arteta will use three at the back more next season? I think he needs to, especially when we get into them tricky periods like towards the end of the season. You have to ask him. I don't know. I don't understand either how we got 40 million for a Wobby, but we did, didn't it? Maybe the JJ Okocha's nephew still works, really. With this core squad, can we realistically contend in a few seasons? If you keep improving and you keep, marrying them together, is, maybe, but that's easier said than done. And boy, you need to be qualifying for Champions League and getting through to latter stages of things before we talk about contending. I don't know for Balogun to QPR rumors, but that could be lit. Yeah, if he does go to Bayern, yeah, that's lit. Has it been confirmed? That's lit. We don't need a backup right back. We need a starter. Got love for Tommy, though. I hear that. Everyone hates on Nuno, but as you said, there was times when man was saying he's better than Tavares. Yeah, them fans that sip the hippie juice were screaming that one day. Hate to say it, but I'm looking forward to Europa. It allowed Smith Rowe and Saka to develop. Need to use it to build the likes of Sambi, Eddie, Nuno, and Balogun. I hear you, but I'll be real with you. If I'm Nuno and Balogun and you're just waiting on to play Europa League, especially Balogun, you're not going to have this. You never know, things could fall into place, but and Eddie, circumstances happen and now he signed a new deal and it's happened. But if I just, without predicting the future, you need to go somewhere and play where you can say, I'm going to play 20, 30 league games, however many in all comps. If you can't say that at Arsenal Football Club, then unless the mad thing happens where there's injuries, you take your chances and that happens, then you're wasting your time, really, even if you get the occasional Europa League game. Because once it turns serious and we get to the knockout stages, you're going to get bandilued. So, yeah, man. It's all mad. Need two level raisers, one in centre mid and one as a wide forward. Saliba does look like a beast. Shout out the members. Shout out Paul. Hey, DG, hope you're well on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It was good to see Saliba play. I hope he gets the chance to play and grow and cement his place in the team, but we must give time. Amen. And rightly so. Rightly so. Hopefully he could. Oh, to be fair, why didn't you lot say we're at 200 likes? I'm disrespecting you lot. Can we get to 300? Why didn't you lot say that, man? You lot are rude. Nobody told me. Promises are promise. 1 second, people. Okay, Twitch. Twitch gang, am I okay on your end? Just said alert. Don't know what that's about, but cool. Anyways, let's move on. Someone could have told me. What's all this about, folks? Let's get to 300. Transfer news. That's the timestamp. Let's press that again for Arsenal. Don't seem like there's any other news that's come out in this last hour, folks. So I think we're just rolling with what we predetermined. I think we're just, we are. All right, calm. Oh, sorry, folks. What's going on here? I think I'm frozen. Who's doing the duppy thing? Anywho, let's go, people. I think we're going to have to roll with what we can. Oh, we're still, I don't know what's going on, man. Sorry, people. I think just when we've got to the end, just when we've done the hard part. Well, I say end, you know what I mean. Sorry, people. All right, cool. I think I'm blessed. No, I'm not. 1 sec. Everything Kushti? Savage or Paqueta? Paqueta's Brazilian, but probably Savage, Hopefully we're all good and ready to go again, man. But yeah, that tells me let's get a move on in it. So yeah, it all depends where you read, people. But, depending on whatever you want to read, this article, I don't know how credible they are. Arsenal eyeing £59 million move for Bayern Munich star Leroy Sane. Arsenal are eyeing a move for Bayern Munich winger Leroy Sane, according to reports. Again, people just trying to get us to subscribe to their thingy. Apparently, Mikel Arteta is keen to add a winger to his squad. Apparently, Ben Jacobs of CBS Sports claims Sane is one of a number of targets for the Gunners, with Chelsea and Real Madrid also interested in the ex-Manchester City man. A move to La Liga could be more likely. I've not heard rumblings at Chelsea's end. I've actually heard more rumblings from Arsenal that this was a name being considered at the beginning of the window, but then they turned their attention, to Rafinha. So we'll have to see. He got 7 goals and 7 assists in 32. He's not as prolific as you would think, Leroy Sane. But yeah, pouring hot water on this, people. You know, apparently Sane is not interested in Real Madrid or Arsenal. I think he would be interested in Madrid, but not quite us. He's been linked with us. He's contracted until 2025. And with Lewandowski out the door and Gnabry signing a new deal, probably that's where it's come from, people. Poured cold water on this, people. Apparently, this journalist has said, apparently it said, in fact, Osclough, I can't say his name, Toby, whoever, ended up saying that story leaked on him joining the Gunners or Madrid are absurd. He does not think there is any chance of him leaving the club. His departure is going to be difficult in any case because his market value is slightly more than 70 million. So if we did get Zinchenko, Tielemans to go with whatever we spent on Gabriel Jesus, Fabio Vieira, and you could even add Paqueta, maybe it would be we'd leave Paqueta and go for him. I can't see us finding the money for him. And even if you did, you have to convince Sane to want to play. Yes, Mikel Arteta has worked with him, but if Sane is available, Europe's elite will be on to him, innit, really and truly. So it'd be lit having Sane. I know some people, more people than I expected, aren't quite keen on him. But yeah, man, Ben Jacobs is a fraud. Connection was moving hella crazy there, but it seems like we're back. So yeah, make of that what you will, people. Fabrizio Romano has said talks between Marseille and Arsenal for Nuno Tavares are not progressing. No agreement, as there was no buy option included. Marseille already focused on other targets. So yeah, man, he might, Tavares might have to find a new home to go and play football at, really. Then Marseille. And we were linked with Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey has chosen Ajax. I wonder what ramifications that has for Brighton sanctioning the sale of Cucurella and likewise City sanctioning Zinchenko. You need several targets. Calvin Bassey, I mean, from humble beginnings, he almost gave up playing football. And to see him now playing in a European final, playing for a massive club like Rangers, and now going to Ajax, can be happy for the lad. Again, if you're a United fan or even if you're an Arsenal fan, in relation to Lisandro Martinez, apparently that deal has been completed and signed. So that saga is done, people. I'm only looking just to see if Fabrizio Romano has other things here for us, people. We was always linked with Manor Solomon. He seems to be going Fulham. Apparently, Arteta's confirmed Saliba's in the plans. I think I've got them. I'm trying to see if there's an update on Zinchenko by his end. It doesn't seem like there is. Pardon me. Well, sorry, 23 hours ago, Arsenal and City have reached an agreement for Zinchenko in the morning. 30 million fee. No doubt it's done between clubs. Negotiations ongoing on the player side for personal terms and salary details. You've also got to remember he's flown to America. We're in America, so it should give us a bit of leeway in there. Once again, maybe his injury records, Zinchenko's injury records, provokes fear in you lot, people, because he was out with the C-bomb last season and he was out with an unknown injury. But 2021, he did have a number of knocks there, people, and the rap sheet is quite long. Hopefully that's not an issue. It would be Arsenal to sign another player that has injury issues, even though I don't think Zinchenko has that. No, I want to go to this, people. What's this? Same thing with Zinchenko. Arsenal closing on 35 million sweep for Manchester City Zinchenko following productive talks on to paper next week. He's expected to leave Man City to join rivals Arsenal. Further productive talks were held on Saturday with the deal set for next week. Hopefully he can, obviously sign before Thursday so that he could potentially play against Orlando and Chelsea on Sunday, and just get bedded in the team quicker rather than later. Apparently, the 25-year-old is hoping for more game time after playing 15 times last season. Arteta is keen to bring in Zinchenko to add versatility within his squad. The pair obviously worked together during Arteta's time at City. He's expected to sign for Monday is the thing, people. But again, I haven't heard, probably not. Hopefully Wednesday, because you haven't heard anything around medicals and things like that. But we've progressed, from verbal. We've heard verbal agreement. Talks are more productive. We just need I's dotted and T's crossed now when people holding shirts. Personal terms are not expected to be a problem for the Ukraine international, who stands a chance to become our 5th signing and our 2nd from Man City following Gabriel Jesus. His departure will accelerate City's bid for Brighton defender Cucurella. Arteta allegedly said, "We are hoping to improve the team and make a few more changes, people." Apparently, Zinchenko, he's previously been reluctant to leave, allegedly. He only played 15 times in the league as City won the Premier League last season. And you've also got, you could have Cucurella in front of you and also Cancelo ahead of you, who's great on the left and the right. Sportsmail revealed Arsenal's interest in May, and he's valued at 35 million by City. The two clubs are now close to thrashing out a deal, with an announcement expected early next week. And you can see back in May, Daily Mail said Arsenal considered double sweep for Zinchenko and Jesus. One of the first rumours that's actually rang true. He was only on 30k a week at City. Yeah, so it's not going to break the bank here, and he is a good signing for us, man. In fact. So yeah, he does bring versatility. He has won a number of trophies at City, you know, all of that sort of tosh. Apparently, Arteta said the message is this: this is a different season, and everyone has a clean start. Show us what you can do on the pitch. How are you going to behave with your teammates? Are you going to make the car faster? Yes or no? If you do, you have a chance to be here. For me to send a different message to the group was to be very, very consistent with what we demand. So yeah, whatever that means. Tielemans, apparently Tielemans set for Leicester City talks amid Arsenal links with free transfer possible. Let's see if the headline matches the article. We all know he's at the, 1 minute he's joining Arsenal, then United. Apparently Brendan Rodgers said there was no update to provide on the club's contract negotiations with Tielemans, which began 18 months ago. We're at where we're at. In fact, the man said there's no update at all. He's an amazing guy to work with. He's just rejoined the club for pre-season, and he's pretty much the same. In training, he's very committed. He's happy with his work. He's happy at the club. But naturally, with a year in his contract, he may feel he has to look at everything for him and his family. But I certainly know he's committed here while he's here. He has allegedly put his house up for sale. Allegedly. I'll have a good chat with Yuri next week to get privately what he's thinking, but it won't change whether he's leaving or staying for another 5 years. He's super committed. When asking him staying and fulfilling the final 12 months of his deal, I'm not sure for that to happen. That means there's no acceptable offer, or there hasn't been an offer. That's the reality. So what is that indirectly telling you? Arsenal haven't tabled an offer, or they haven't made an acceptable offer. So we'll have to see what's going on there. Until that changes, I'll give everything to keep developing him and the team. There's a possibility, but we have to wait and see. Once again, people, he has been Leicester City's most used outfield player by some distance over the past 2 seasons. 95 starts, coming in at 25 more than any other player. He did also help them win the FA Cup, beating Chelsea. So it's more brownie points. Mikel Arteta promises Saliba the chance to become Arsenal first team star. I'm not going to read that. I'm pretty sure I've got that on The Athletic. It feels good to be back. What Saliba said after his game, where he did quite well against Everton. We talked a bit on Monday, and we are going to talk more in relation to Mikel Arteta. My plan is to fight and work with the team, win as much as possible, and grow more. It feels good to be back and start pre-season, to continue training and participating in friendly matches. It's important to be here with the fans as well as with my teammates. I hope we enjoy good training and good matches, which is important before the start of the season. And I do like his mentality, even down to when he was a youth man at St. Etienne. He's grabbing the microphone, gassing up the fans. We need this. So I just have a real good positive feeling about Saliba as a footballer, not just at Arsenal. So yeah, he also spoke on, we spoke about this yesterday. Go and check out last live stream when he said he's on loan, he watches every Arsenal game, etc., etc. Once again, Arsenal are hoping to conclude a deal with Man City to sign Zinchenko next week. It is understood the total transfer fee is in the region of 30 million. He spent 6 years at City before he's leaving. He's obviously crossed paths with Mikel Arteta. You look at some of these metrics, people, per 90 minutes of last season. Passes completed for a fullback, he was first. Passes completed in the final third, he was first. Passing accuracy, he was first. Forward passes, he was fourth. Probably Trent and Robertson and a couple others better than him in that regard. But maybe if he played more, he would have better metrics. Assists, he's fifth. Not that I care about any of that, but bring the man to the carpet, innit, people? So he's a versatile player. It is what it is. And when you look at his head-to-heads against Xhaka, they're near enough identical. For aerial duels, one, he scores just better. For tackles, one, he scores better. For interceptions, better. For forward passes, better. For chances created, better, For possession one in the defensive third, better. For possession one in the middle third, Granit scores better. And that might be because Granit plays in the middle of the park more than him and also just plays more than him. I don't know. But they're very identical. So they'll probably be like for like. They could probably play together in Arteta's mind, and we can't rule that out. But there probably is either one or the two, as well as obviously his versatility. On the ball, Zinchenko's passing statistics are superior to Xhaka's, but that's expected to be a given City keep the ball and use it better than Arsenal. And obviously, as I said, Xhaka is 29, contracted until 2024. His future is going to be volatile. It could be a like-for-like replacement with Zinchenko in the middle of the park in that regards, people. So it is what it is. Gabriel Jesus creates chaos, perfect for what Arsenal needs, says Mikel Arteta. He creates chaos and uncertainty, and he's always on the shoulder. He's always there to nick the ball off you. He's always in front of goal. He's a real threat, and he's what we need. He is the one. Whenever we give the ball, he's straight away active. I love it. Putting pressure on and getting his team behind him. He has developed his leadership skills a lot. I can see straight away what he's trying to do with the boys, and he's the type of guy we want. I love these kind of players. They're streetwise. They learn a lot. Arteta has never been more specific. I'm loving this. They know how to feel. They know how to feel they can take advantage of any situation, and that's the qualities we need. We had other qualities, Gabriel and Eddie Nketiah as well. They have different qualities, so it is what it is. On Saka's contract, he said we will try. We both have the same intention. It's a general injuries in our team. He said we have Tierney with a slight problem. We have Smith Rowe with a muscular niggle, Tomiyasu as well, and Ben White. So he's been vague on Tomiyasu and Ben White. As we get closer to obviously the season starting, you're a bit nervous with them. Smith Rowe, you want to see him get over that, and you're almost sighing over Kieran Tierney. We knew Fabio Vieira wasn't going to be playing a part. He spoke in the interview how he picked up an injury away with Portugal's under-21s, and he's running again in that. But yeah, he was probably naive if he thought anything. Again, as I said before, this Tell brother, if Bayern get him, then fair enough. And I don't see us buying another striker. But I think he has a great future in the game, the young French lad who shined at the under-19s Euros, man. He's intelligent. He drops deep. He plays with his head up. He can score goals. He's got the right physique. A lot to improve. But if it really is taking 20-odd million, I'd commit that. Rennes have a good academy and they're developing lit players. Bayern's second offer for this man, Matthias Tell, was rejected. It was 18 million fixed plus four and a half in add-ons, people. The third bid is now expected to be more than 25 million. Bayern are convinced he would play over 20 games this season. If you can play for Bayern, you can play here, innit? Really. Don't care what Awobi said. Allegedly, Southampton want 40 million for Kyle Walker-Peters, who he's linked with Zinchenko arriving. I can't see that. What has Mikel Arteta said? I mean, we've seen this he creates chaos thing. He said training's been phenomenal. The development has been really good. Honestly, the way they've been training has been phenomenal. The best since I've been here. The togetherness around the group, the quality they've shown, the intensity in how they train. They are different standards. They feed off it. We had that around the training ground and around the hotel. So thank you so much. It's been a really good camp so far. We're leaving tomorrow for Orlando. So I think the boys will have a good memory about this trip. Martinelli said there's big improvement to happen. You know, he said it was a hard game. We knew they had a really good team. They are preparing the team as well for the Premier League, and we tried to do our best, and I think we deserve to win. 1 second, people. One sec. Sorry, folks. I'm meant to be going football. 1 sec. Going to be late for that. I saw a text. See, I'm being late. Said we are improving, but there's a big gap for improvement still to happen. But we'll try to get there and try to win all the games. Then on supporters, he said, yes, it's very nice to see our fans here in America. I would like to say thank you to them for coming out here and supporting us. I think it was good for them as well because we got to win. On Orlando, he said, yes, I'm very excited to go there and do our best as we have done here and try to win all the games there as well. So that's Martinelli speaking. Arteta said on how useful it was good, 2 really difficult halves. Pieces were, and the execution was really good. We were a threat all the time. We had a lot of attacking ball. I really like that we conceded nothing. The second half, we started a bit sloppy. We changed the formation. We did go to a back three. I haven't seen any Jeremy Doku rumors, to be fair with you. But you lot keep saying that. He's very raw. I mean, bring him to the carpet, but he's very raw, if I'm honest with you. Match. we lost 20 minutes. We changed again, and I think we got control again. Overall, the boy high intensity in every session, and you can see the way they play. On Gabriel Jesus, we spoke about this understanding with his teammates straight away. They are looking for him. He's generating chances, good connections around specific spaces we want to exploit with him, especially. And yeah, we're really happy. He said, well, he's very volatile, but obviously the way we would like to develop him is in that position, but not on his own sometimes. So that might mean we can play two up. That might mean we can play two up top people, you know, because but not on his own sometimes. But don't close that door, because Gabby, in relation to what the opponent does in certain games, we're going to have to use him in different positions. He's open to that, and he knows it's part of his strengths as well. That must be a you problem, man. You seem to be the only one saying that, my guy. If someone else saying that, let me know so I can obviously look to help that. On the qualities him and Jesus and Ketia have, they have everything that we need. First of all, they are really intense, both of them. The way they can press, the way they can sustain pressure with the opponent is great. Both of them can thread it in behind, which allows people to have spaces inside. They're really good in link-up play, and both have an eye for goal, which is what the nines do. But they're not just nines. They have all the qualities for the way we play. They are fantastic. And on whether we need a traditional nine, it depends. Look at Harry Kane, look at Haaland. I think at the moment there are certain strikers that are available. That's true, and Kane is a throwback number 9, but Kane isn't just that. He's trying to play like a 10 half the time. Haaland makes good runs off the ball as well. I do think you need people to play traditional, but in the modern game, you need to be somewhat multifunctional. But we do need goal threats. Qualities. Another one with completely different qualities scores 45 goals every season. So what is available and what the team needs, on what he wants in the team, you want to have everything. You want to have a 6'1" that plays as a false 9. But what can I say? What I can say is I'm really happy with the strikers that we've got. He obviously has a lovely, nasty streak. He spoke on other qualities. He bigged up Matt Turner for obviously settling in well, and he was very thankful for the crowd and, you know, the Americans, them out there in Baltimore. Once again, he said we will try, and we both have the same intention. It's a matter of time in relation to Saka's new deal. He then bigged up Saliba. He was really good. I think he played a really good game. He looked really composed straight away from day one. He looked completely focused. He's evolved the way niggle in his squad, and we had to protect him, but he trained with the squad yesterday, so hopefully he'll be all right. He then obviously we've spoken about Fabio Vieira, Tomiyasu, Kieran Tierney, etc. People, we need to sign Gilmando, Kante, Tielemans to pay. No, I don't think we need to pay. I don't think we need Gilmando. I mean, Kante's lit, but at 31, we're going to see his age. Bring Tielemans though. And then if we go over there, what have we got here? On the topic of Saliba, people, The Athletic have an article. I haven't read it yet. Arteta says Saliba is in his plans for the coming season. And this was obviously before the Everton game, clearly. First of all, I think he's minutes last year, and he played to a really good level. He was educated with a different coach in a different league. Now it's about, which is a very different context. He needs to show that now. Scrolling all the way down, he said, we cannot guarantee first team football to anybody in this team. You can ask that question to anybody. What we can guarantee is that the ones we really see and think are going to take us to the next level, they are going to play lots of minutes. So, yeah, man. And then I think Arteta said here, the communication and honesty we had between each other has always been clear. I never promised minutes. I was very clear from the beginning what to expect. We made the decision to wait a few months to see whether that situation could change. It didn't. And then we had to make a decision, and we made the right call. Those 6 months when he went away, and then the following year. So that's that. St. Maximin's lit, but it cost way too much money for Arsenal, and I don't think we'd be getting much bang for our buck in terms of productivity.